seen that many turkeys in one spot.
He's a monster. That's 3 deer in 3 days, baby. Hell yeah.
Alright guys, so we just got out here to Colorado. We got here a couple days before the season to start doing some scouting, and got the hot tent set up with the stove and everything, cooking dinner right now. And we went and did a little walk around this evening and ended up spotting some cows, so that's a good sign right there. Got some elk spotted and found, and so we'll see if we can find any bulls. We're kind of hunting, and we're camped right on the edge of this wilderness area is kind of where our base camp is, and then we're going to hike in a couple of miles and kind of see what we can find. But yeah, Colorado 4th season elk is where we're at.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold out here, but got the hot tent going, got the stove cooking. I need to tighten up that screw a little bit.
Oh yeah. So yeah, guys, we've been scouting for a couple days now. Haven't seen a whole lot of anything. I mean, actually, I take that back. We've seen a lot of animals, just no elk. We've seen bighorn sheep. We've seen deer. We've seen turkeys.
Yeah, lots of wildlife.
Yeah.
Most of what we've been doing though is just kind of like driving around and learning the unit. We don't know this area and don't know this unit at all, so mostly just been driving around and learning the area.
Yeah, it's nice that we found elk, so we'll probably start filming now. Everything up to this point's been kind of boring, so haven't been really recording for you guys, but yeah, so the hunt's in 3 days, I think. Today's Sunday, it starts on Wednesday, so still got a few days of scouting left before we can even shoot one, so hopefully we can figure out where they're hanging out at, and we can just show up there on opening day and get us 1 or 2. If we get 2 opening day, that'd be pretty sick. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can find. We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just out scouting a couple days before the season. Yesterday evening we saw a couple of cows, and we hiked in further into this wilderness area where we had seen them at, and it kind of slowly slopes off and drops lower in elevation, and so actually the further we've been hiking into this wilderness area, the less elk sign we've been seeing. You know, it's less fresh, it's old sign and stuff like that from probably last winter and last spring. So they're not quite down this low, and they're not this far into the wilderness area, so it seems like they're actually closer to where we're camped at, and maybe even outside the wilderness area, just up a little bit higher from where we're camped at as well. So we're gonna hike back out, and we're gonna go set up and just kind of watch the area where we saw those cows yesterday, because this whole area is just these flat kind of mesas and plateaus out here that drop off into canyons, so we can't really see a whole lot until we get to the edge of a canyon. So we're gonna kind of go set up on the edge of this canyon and just watch and see if anything moves through, and see if we can pick anything up moving through that area. But that's about it for now. Didn't see anything this morning, but that's alright. We learned kind of where they're not at, so that's always good. So I don't know that we will hike this far back in here again. It's not really worth it. Not a lot of good stuff to look at. There's no elk back in here, so we'll go keep checking other spots and hopefully find some other spots where we can glass a little bit more, because a lot of this is just kind of hiking and checking and looking down into a canyon and just hike some more and check. Really just spot checking. So I really like to be able to get a good vantage point and just sit and glass and glass and glass and just really watch an area. That's how I like to hunt. So hopefully we can find some more spots kind of like that. But we're just going to head back, and hopefully this afternoon we can get some elk on camera, at least some cows. So we will see. Alright guys, we're back in the tent. Another day of scouting, and we didn't see anything today. We did a lot of hiking, put on some miles, probably 8 miles or so. That's what I would guess. And we spent the afternoon and evening glassing session just sitting and kind of watching the big clearing where we saw the cows yesterday, and didn't see anything. So we're not sure what exactly we're going to do tomorrow. Probably go check out another spot, another area where we haven't been before. So we did find out where the elk are not at, because we hiked way out there, and they're definitely not way out there, which is about 1,000 feet lower in elevation than where we're at right now. So they're definitely not out that way. Alright, so we're gonna go check out some other spots. It's about midday. We didn't get up early and go out this morning just because it's a scouting day, and so we're gonna go out and check out some other spots, try to find some other glassing knobs, or try to find some other elk sign. There's a bunch of elk sign all around camp and kind of just all through this area, not down lower where we hiked to yesterday, but I don't know how to hunt them other than either still hunting or just sitting the one glassing knob that we have, just because it's so thick through here. As you can see, like right behind me, it's nothing but, you know, pinyon pines and some cedar and juniper stuff, so it's just super thick with little to no clearings. But there's tracks all around our camp, and there's tracks all through this area, so they're in here, but there's like only one glassing knob that we can sit on, and it's not like we can see a whole mountainside. We can pretty much see one drainage on one side and another drainage down the other side. So it might be that we just sit that a whole lot during this hunt, waiting for something to come through. But we'll see. We're gonna go check for some other glassing knobs and some other elk sign today. Go drive around and learn the area a little bit more before opening day tomorrow. So we'll see what we find. Well, there's elk sign and elk tracks all over the place up here, but there's just nowhere to really glass from, so pretty much just gonna have to walk up on them, which is doable, but not my favorite way of hunting. We're gonna keep working this area and looking, maybe find a couple of glassing knobs though. There's a few prospects that we have in mind, but there's a ton of elk sign up here, like a ton of it, so that's good. There's a pretty sweet spot right here. We've just been doing some driving around, learning the area, marking some more glassing spots that we want to come and check. This spot right here is pretty sweet. Lots of open country to look at. Very huntable. There's a few roads going through here, but it's not terrible. But it's nice, I really like it. A lot of it's down lower than where we're at, which is where we've seen more elk sign. is just a little bit lower than here. But that's pretty sweet. Alright guys, so this morning is opening morning of the hunt, and Braden and I split up, and so he went back to the glassing knob where we spotted the cows from several days ago while scouting, and I drove up higher and went to a glassing knob that we scouted yesterday, and so far no luck. There's not a ton of fresh sign up here. I've hiked around a little bit, so not a ton of fresh sign up here. I'm glassing stuff that's a little bit higher in elevation and a little bit lower in elevation, kind of just looking at a big basin here. But no luck, haven't seen anything. It looked really promising. But I'm thinking that most of the elk are below where I'm at right now. And so that's probably where I'll focus more of my efforts for the rest of the hunt. So hopefully Braden is having a little bit more luck than I am this morning. I don't have cell service up here, but I know where he's at. He has cell service. So I'm going to pull the Garmin inReach out and just send him a message, see if he's seen anything this morning or if he's gotten anything. On this tag we can take a bull or a cow, so obviously we're going to try and get a bull or two, but he said if he has the opportunity at a cow, he'll probably take it. And we haven't spotted any bulls yet, so you know, I personally would rather go home with something than nothing, even if it is a cow, get the meat. And so if I had an opportunity at a cow to where I didn't have to work too terribly hard for it, then I would probably go take a cow. So we'll see what happens. It's still really early in the morning. I'm going to keep glassing from up here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this afternoon. Probably go to a glassing knob down lower. But that's kind of what's going on for opening morning. Not very exciting, not much action. I haven't seen any other hunters out here. Even driving up here this morning, didn't see any other rigs. Haven't heard any gunshots, nothing like that. And you know, down lower there's definitely elk. There's elk tracks and elk sign everywhere. So not a ton of hunting pressure in here today. I'm wondering if, you know, because today's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and then tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So I'm guessing that come Friday and Saturday, there's going to be a lot of people out here, but no one out here right now, so that's a good thing. Although I was hoping for a little bit of hunting pressure, maybe get the elk moving around a little bit. But I'll keep you guys up to date as to what's going on and what I see or what I find. But yeah, hopefully Braden's having more luck than I am.
Hey guys, it's opening morning, so I'm just sitting out here on this glassing knob where we've seen those elk before, and just hoping I see them. There's, like we've been saying, there's not that many places to glass around here, but I'm sitting at this spot kind of in the lower side of their elevation range, and Devin, he drove up top, and he's at a glassing spot up at the top of their elevation range. So we're hoping by splitting up we can kind of divide and conquer and maybe find one or two, or you know, a herd, you know. So with these tags we got, we can shoot cows or bulls. So I might take a cow if I have an easy shot on one, or if it's getting close to the last day, I might take a cow. But yeah, so just sitting here waiting right now, and that's pretty much it at the moment.
Alright, so I'm back in the truck now. I'm gonna go check out a different spot. Spent the morning glassing this area, and it looked really promising, looking over a very large area, but just didn't see anything at all. Didn't see any deer, didn't see any elk, nothing. So I'm gonna go check out a different area that I've marked on the map. It's down a little bit lower, so hopefully there will be more elk in the area. Hopefully I can spot anything.
or hopefully I can spot something. There's just not a lot of places out here that you can glass very large areas. So it's going to be sitting and watching a small clearing or a small, like, canyon bottom or hillside. I text Braden on the inReach, and he hasn't had any better luck either. Hasn't seen anything, so not a great start to opening morning, but we're going to keep after it and see if we can turn something up. Hopefully we can fill a tag or two. So, still have all of today and then 4 more days left. It's a 5-day hunt, so still got plenty of time left to get it done. I do wish we were seeing more elk, but at least we know about where they're at. You know, there's not much for sign and tracks up here where I'm at, and then where Braden's at is kind of the bottom of what seems to be their range right now. So we've kind of got it narrowed down to about a 1,000 or 1,500 foot gap in elevation where the elk are right now. So we're just going to hone in on that area and hopefully fill a couple tags. So we'll keep you guys updated, but I'm just going to eat some breakfast real quick and then go check out a different spot.
Alright, so we're just set up glassing this canyon not far from camp, and I spotted some cows out here. They're at 990 yards, so we're not going to take a shot that far. We're just going to sit and watch them for right now. If they move closer, then we might take a shot, but just going to keep watching. Maybe a bull will pop out. Maybe something will come closer. I don't know. I don't know that we want to go like chasing cows down yet. So we're just gonna hang out for a minute. Keep watching them. Keep watching the rest of the canyon. But it's good that we spotted something. That's nice. It's really cold out.